Yep, it says live.
All right, we are going live. I just need to figure out how to get to it now. Oh. There we go. All right, we are live. There we go. All right. Well, welcome everyone. Let's get this on. I'm one host, ID Jester. And we have another host.
Oh, hello. Yes. Hi, it's Swordsman Wargamer here. Hope you're doing okay. Sorry, I didn't realize I had a talking part there. Sorry.
Yeah, you got a talking part. Yeah. we're still getting our format down, but
yeah,
we want to make this a duel show. We don't want this.
Oh, I see. Right.
We want to make this just a one-man show, right? We want this to
be careful.
So, what have you been up to, man? It's been a couple of weeks, 2-3 weeks already.
Lots going on. And you, I don't know why you're allowed out, or your wallet hasn't been taken off of you, for crying out loud.
Yeah,
you've been going bonkers.
Yeah, I got a lot of new interesting things. So that's
another one today, a crafty one today.
Yeah, I got a whole bunch of good stuff here. Big boy there.
Yeah, yes.
A big one.
Yeah, expensive, aren't they? But I love that. I've got the original Africa, and I'm going to get that out, the SCS system from '93. Looks okay.
Yeah.
And their GTS system I've got to try. I'm just hoping I don't like either of them, to be honest with you.
because then you have to get more of them, right? Yeah. That's and this was just re-released by Decision Games.
Yeah, I know. We talked about this the other night. Yeah. It's not fair. We don't get ours, I don't think, till September.
Oh, I'll already have a couple plays in by then.
Rat bag. But then that's why I've got these are unboxing. We're doing unboxings of these soon, so at least we've got that one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good one. That's supposed to be one of the best ones. So I've heard. I'm not sure. And of course the other one.
Oh, you got both of them, right?
Yeah. So I'm waiting on the Omaha, and I've had a bit of a sort of decision game fest because I got this.
Oh, wow.
That's a big box, isn't it?
That's a big one right there.
But
that's the big one. You haven't done an unboxing of that one.
No, I've only just got this in, and the two D-Day games are due to the next week and the week after, I think. But this, I know they're reissuing both the ones in this series.
Yeah.
For a couple of years, and I picked this up for about 30 quid, £30, $40.
Really? That's pretty.
Yeah, I'm punched.
Where the heck did you get that for that cheap? That's pretty good.
I'm punched. The guy had obviously opened it, looked at the rules, and gone, "Thank you, but no, thank you."
Wow.
Again.
Wow.
I got it for next to nothing.
Yeah, that is. I mean, you can't turn that down. That's for sure.
Yeah. No. Hi, Tony.
Yeah, hi Tony. How you doing? Good to see you guys. Make sure you check out Tony.
And I'll just get my stuff out of the way because the rest of the show is going to be your presents, aren't they? So
No. Go ahead. What else you got? What else you got?
Going down memory lane. I've got me Panzer Leader and me Ambush, but I got.
Oh, you got Pen's Best. Wow.
Yeah,
that's a good solitaire game.
Unpunched.
Wow.
The guy, he said he played, well, mainly unpunched. The guy said, you'll see the video when he goes up, the guy said he played it once and then put it away for 30 years.
Wow. That's nice.
And completely unpunched.
Wow. Really? Wow. You guys, where'd you get all these good specials, man?
Unpunched.
Wow.
It looks like, it's a bit weird, this one. You'll see in the video. It's unpunched. Doesn't have the tray with it because I think these had counter trays with it. And the cards, the guy said, were missing. So they've actually done a new set of cards for it on the same card stock, the same size. but the rule books look like they haven't been even looked at. So it's unpunched. So
you got a few things. You got a few.
That was 30 quid.
You got a few things to keep yourself busy now.
Yeah, and at the moment I am recording Rommel, Field Commander Rommel. So yeah, busy. Right.
So you have decided to do the Field Commander Rommel then?
Yeah. I got sent a copy, which was fantastic. And yeah, it's on the table now. We're videoing it as well, not now, of course, not videoing it now, otherwise it would be daft. But it is in the process of being videoed. So yeah, it's a good little game.
That's going to be an official series then.
What is?
The Rommel is going to be a series. You're going to do a series of games on it.
Well, I'm not sure if I'll do all the campaigns.
Oh,
there's three.
You're doing it on video.
But I'm going to do the first one, the 1940 France Ghost campaign, and see how we go. I've got so much. I've not also got the battle packs coming from the Kickstarter that I did last
year. I saw those, the Warfighter.
Yeah, so I've got to want to have a little go at those. I've been asked by a couple of subscribers if I will do it with just the core set, because you're supposed to be able to do them with just the core set. So I'll just do it with the action deck you get with the game when you buy it. So just to prove you don't need any other bits and pieces. It'll be atrocious, I tell you.
Well, Tony, he's Field Commander Rommel in too.
Yeah, it's a good little game. Very. It's not threatening, in sort of rule wise. It's easy to pick up, and yeah, it's a good little fun game.
Hang on,
you need to get it. Don't tell me you've gone and got that one as well.
Nothing. Oh. I heard the wife go out, open the front door, and the only time she ever opens the front door is when there's a package.
Oh, not when she's leaving you because of the packages.
And I thought maybe I was getting another one, because I am supposed to get another one today.
Are you going to tell us what it is, or are you going to keep it a secret?
It is. Where is it?
Because you've been buying all them tank ones from 1897.
It's the Deutschland 42.
Yeah.
From the Tactical Combat series.
Yeah, the reason I'd looked at that, I thought, yeah, that looks good, is you have to write down commands and orders.
Which is, I want to talk to you about is it makes it. I've been watching some videos on it. I'm a tactical.
Yeah, I think I've got a few sort of operational and strategic games now, but yeah, I'm a tactical up to about company level, I think, and then that'll do me.
Yeah, and so the reason I decided to check this out was because it has like this command structure where you assign plans to different platoons, and you have like a battle plan that you try to do with your units. You have fallback lines and things. And you decide to do whatever you want with your units, which I think is going to make it really interesting, especially for solo play.
Well, you've got to do both sides. I'm not sure if it'll work.
Oh yeah, it's actually rated really high for.
Because I did look at the tactical series.
Ability.
Yeah, that's the only thing that put me off, was having to write orders for both sides.
But I think it's orders in like this.
We're going to go up here. We're going to go around that way.
This group is going to flank to the left, and they're going to stay on the hill and then assault down the hill to the town or whatever. And then this unit is going to flank to the right-hand side, and they're going to be, like a rear guard or whatever, type thing. It's not, I don't think you have to do.
Does it change as the moves go on? Do you or once you've done the orders, you do?
From what I understand, you can start a new battle plan, but you have to earn like so many points into that battle plan before you can initiate it. Something similar to that. Now, I'm not an expert or anything. But
no. I mean, that's the only reason I was put off by it, because of the. Yes, I was just going to say, Big Bald Kev loves it, and he was talking about it being solo, and he plays it solo because I'm Billy No Mates, so I have to play on my own. So I may look at those, because you can pick them up pretty okay. If
I mean, this
eBay and that.
was like $25 or $30.
Yeah,
It wasn't expensive or anything. Now the GD42 is a newer. I think it's like just a couple years old, and so it was a little bit more. But I think it had more in the box. You know,
I think GTS and is it the other one? OTS, is it? Tactical, the operational.
Operation Combat Series. Yeah. OCS.
Have more love in the wargaming world, and the tactical one.
Yeah, I think tactical is kind of the Tactical Combat Series actually died. Then MMP decided to bring it back
with a new one.
With a couple modules to see if there was interest in it, and there was, but they basically been switching from the Tactical Combat Series over to the what the hell is it called? It's called gosh, what is it called? Now it's going to drive me insane because they got so many series. It's like unbelievable. It's called the Grand Tactical Series.
Yeah, Grand Tactical Series.
Which I think you got a most dangerous or
no chance of surrender.
Surrender, right. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that. That's but then again, the one I want is the Operation Mercury. But that's mega bucks. Then you've got Devil's Call.
$172 and shipping.
it's about 120 over here, yeah, with shipping plus shipping.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then the two big ones, Devil's Cauldron and Where Eagles Dare, is it?
Yep.
They're like 300 quid. You know, you think, come on.
Now the Devil's Cauldron is in reprint. You can pre-order it for 180. Retail be 240. So.
Well, it's still a lot of money, isn't it? It's let's see how I get on with no chance of no surrender, whatever it's called. Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking forward to checking your no question for surrender because
it'll be a few weeks.
Another series that Grand Tactical. For me, that means a zoomed in look. Grand means many units of that zoomed in look.
It's slightly bigger. I think it's up to sort of company, level, if that's right. And
but
from platoon up to sort of company level, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's but see, I was watching some videos on that today because I'm like,
Nathan Wise guy.
I'm not doing much with the tactical series anymore, and I don't know if this would be something that.
But we can still pick them up and play them,
Yeah, I figured I'd get a couple and try them out.
And if they're cheap enough, they're games, aren't they?
Yeah, this is a nice unpunched one here, and you can still pick these up pretty reasonably priced.
The SCS Africa, original Africa, I picked that up for about £20, and to see if I like it. I'm using the up-to-date rules, the new rules 1.8.
Now, do you have the first edition Africa or the second?
First edition.
The first edition. Okay.
Yeah, 20 quid it costs. I think the second edition one is out of print and is silly money.
Tony likes the OCS. Now, man, that seems way over my head. Okay, that seems way over my head.
He keeps promising to teach me that. Good luck, Tony, is all I can say.
Yeah. Good luck.
When I make mistakes in a game like Battle of Britain, you got your work cut out, mate.
Yeah. I mean, the Battle of Britain was...
That's a great game.
That was a... what did they take you to learn that? What do you think?
As I was going along, which is why, you make silly mistakes. You're trying to play it. And I think it wasn't completely silly, but daft mistakes because you know what it's. Well, you do lots of live. You don't do recorded videos, but when you're recording, you're trying to make sure it's in shot. You're trying to make sure you say the right thing. You keep, and you lose. You're concentrating more on the video than the game and the rules, and so you make mistakes. I think, but most people are understandable,
I think.
it's all right, Right. But the idea of my videos is to give a sort of gist, a vibe of the game, and for you to then go, oh yeah, that looks good, or no, it's not for me.
Yeah.
So yeah, but so with things like GTS, I might have to spend a little bit more time just to get it down. See, I've only got the one table. If I had 2 tables, then I could have one set up I'm learning and one the thing I'm videoing and all that. But who's got that, you know? Apart from Kev, a big boy.
I have a suggestion for you. We talked about this offline for a few minutes, but Vassal.
Vassal or tabletop Dewberry Wasname?
Yeah. No, tabletop doesn't have a lot of doesn't have all the modules for all the. I've looked on tabletop for some things that I'd like to check out, and they don't have it. But a lot of games they do. But that is something that you can set it up on Vassal. A lot of them will already come with the scenarios already built in, all the units in the right spot. You know, everything like the Day of Days that I've been playing on Vassal.
Well, you're doing that, aren't you? So yeah. So that might be.
That's a great way to learn it because you're sitting there, you got it all up on your computer. The scenario is all ready to go. You just look at the, read through the rules. Okay, so let's try this, and then if you get stuck, you got time to look at the rules or whatever. So
I'm just sorry, the ID. I'm just saying it is 8 o'clock in the evening here, so
cheers, buddy.
Cheers. Oh, where are you? Oh, good, Gibby. Right. Yeah, so that's why I'm drinking my Saturday night glass of wine or 3.
Or 3.
So yeah, we could try that. Have a go at that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, even if you don't do it with me, you set it up. Download the module. You set it up. You try out a few things. You work through some of the rules and stuff. And to be honest, like the greatest learning resource we have out right there right now is YouTube. I mean, just about every game that you could think of, somebody's played it or has a video on it, or something that you can at least get an idea of how the game plays. So, and especially if it's a popular game, I mean, there's just tons and tons. Now, some like GD40, there's like 1 or 2 videos, but they're not like gameplay videos. They're like overview of the scenario type thing.
Yeah, after action reports and things like that.
Yeah, exactly. After action reports or something that kind of just shorter things.
Which is why I do my videos, because I know how I was when I started, that I wanted to see somebody say, how do you set this up? How do you play? What's this? And then when you come away from the videos, hopefully you'll have a better idea of how to actually play it. And then once you're into it, then you can watch after action reports and things and know what's going on.
Right.
A lot of these videos, you've got to know what's going on to understand it.
But to be honest, like some of these things I picked up.
Yeah, all right. Don't go on about all the stuff you've got. Thank you.
Like this one here, right?
Yeah, I like the look of that.
So these are the Folio games, right? So it's like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to sit here. I'm going to clip my nice little counters, right? So I got all my counters clipped, ready to go.
Yeah, lovely.
Right. And so I was just sitting there reading the rules, right? And I'm like, oh, this is like 10 pages of rules.
They're simple games, but they're supposed to be very good.
And most of the rules are like, here's what the units numbers mean and blah, blah, blah. I mean, when you think about it, it's like, okay, how do they handle combat? How do they handle movement? Is there zone of controls? I mean, once you figure out that stuff, is there overrun? Once you figure out those few things, I mean, there's not much different between any of these games like that, right?
And I'm finding that now that you find that in hex and counter games there is zones of controls normally, and they're sticky and you can't move through them.
Right.
There are exceptions. SCS, you can actually move through zones of control.
Yeah.
If you pay the price. GTS doesn't have zones of control.
Right.
But most of the games are similar. You've got overrun. You've got this.
Oh, got a baggie that didn't close.
So yeah. It does help. The more you learn, the easier it gets, I suppose, because they have similarities.
And I was saying with this stacking limit 1.
Well, that's easy to remember.
So you don't have a stack of units that you're trying to figure out combat odds or anything. So
Yeah.
this is like great introductory wargaming.
I have my eye on that because I was going to get the folios, the separate folios, but now they've done it on a mounted board, the whole lot.
Deluxe edition. Yep.
Yeah, it's good. That's on my radar. And
Yeah,
Tony,
so like last night.
look, you guys have got to stop doing this. Tony's at it as well. He had a video last night, of picket duty.
Yeah, yeah.
Stop.
And that was awesome because I hadn't heard. I mean, I had heard about picket duty, but I didn't realize it was a solitaire game.
Yeah.
So when he introduced as a solitaire game, I'm like,
It's a dice chucker.
I might have to look at this one.
Yeah, stop it, you lot. Stop it.
That's
And
it.
he's got those 10, was it those 12-sided, 6-sided dice things I can't get hold of. They're great. They've got 12 sides, but they're only
Well,
1 6.
Yeah. Here's the thing with the dual 6-siders.
Yeah.
12-sided dice. That's all. It's just
I know, and I'm not going to sit there with a crayon and scribble out and write in. I'm not
It's
going
just a stick 12-sider. If you roll 7 to 12,
No,
it's like
no,
1,
no.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
They are cool.
Use a
They're-
12-sider.
Us wargamers like our bling, and they are cool. I can't get them anywhere.
I love it. I got a double 5-sider.
Shut up.
It's a 10-sider, you dummies.
I'm also looking at a 3-sider, just because when you need to throw a D6 and halve it.
Oh, yeah.
See, we
Yeah.
like our bling. We like our bling.
Yeah, you and Tony. And the other thing Tony had was, I think a little bit of rub off on me and a little bit of rub off from you is he opened a big Panzer Grenadier game as well.
What was that? I missed that.
Yeah, it was the second part of his.
Oh, you know why? I watched the picket, saw the dice, and it was about 2 o'clock in the morning. I thought
Yeah.
I better go to bed.
Yeah,
So I'll watch the end of it. Otherwise, I would have commented about PG. I love that as well.
yeah.
I'm not sure. I've been asked. I think itinerant hobbyist asked me if what do I prefer, Panzer Grenadier or Nations at War, because they're very similar sort of things. They're both platoon games, and they're different, aren't they? You know now you've played both. They're different. Panzer Grenadier is more of a sort of creep, knock them down, chip, which is why the scenarios are about 30 turns long. Which no, the most of them are quite long turns, aren't they?
There's a lot of good things about Panzer Grenadier system.
I like
You usually get a ton of scenarios. I mean,
tons.
60 scenarios, 30 to 60 scenarios at least. If you get like a deluxe game, you're talking like 100 scenarios sometimes.
That Eastern Front one we've got, and I got after I saw you get it. There's a book like that thick with scenarios in it.
Yeah. So it's got a great range of scenarios for you to do.
And
It is more of a your combat results chart is skewed to be to not give a lot of results.
you've got to be lucky. With
You're rolling, and nothing happens, nothing, and all of a sudden, boom! Oh, you got a great result. So you need like really low and really high.
That's what I love about it. You're chipping away at them. You're getting them disrupted. Then you move in, and then you assault, and
Right.
it's sort of long. You're in it for the long haul. Yeah.
Right.
Whereas Nations at War, everything is on the counter. There's no combat results table. Everything you need is on the counter, and chuck dice, and the components are great. Panzer Grenadier counters I love as well. They're great looking things. So both have got their pros for me, and I think Nations at War just edges a bit better for me because of the sort of immediacy of it. You can get through a scenario in an hour or so and come away thinking that was fun.
I think there's just a few things with the Panzer Grenadier that drag it down for me. Number one is support for it. Like, it's not on Tabletop Simulator.
I tell you what,
You can get it on Vassal, but the Vassal module is horrible.
If you go to Panzer Grenadier, the homepage for the lovers of Panzer Grenadier, there is now a Vassal thing you can do, but you have to play it with somebody who says, yeah, you're competent enough, or yeah, okay, we'll let you loose. And they've got a few scenarios on there completely separate from Vassal. It's done through this, I can't remember the name of the...
like Panzer headquarters or something.
Yes, that's right, Panzer Grenadier headquarters.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
But you have to go through a process. You can't just play it. I think you have to play somebody online. But that's a good thing, because there's people online wanting to play with you, so you don't...
Yes and no, but...
Yes and no, yeah.
If I'm the owner of Panzer Grenadier, Avalanche Press, right? So Avalanche Press makes it. Their support for their games is just lacking compared to what other companies out there are currently doing. Like MMP, no matter what game you want to play, it's on Vassal. It's got all the scenarios built into it. It's a great teaching scenario, tool. It's ready to go for anyone to pick up for free and try it out and see what it's like.
Yeah, it's daft not to do that from a business point of view. I can't understand why.
How can a company want to be like, hey, come check out our game, and not give you multiple ways to enjoy it or to find out about it or anything? They don't have their own YouTube channel. They don't have their own tutorial videos. The only tutorial videos out there for Panzer Grenadier are on my channel.
And mine.
Well, you don't really count, but
I didn't really do a good one anyway. No, but seriously, you're right. No, it's joking about.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. If I'm Avalanche Press, right, I want to have my own YouTube channel. And even if I don't want to have my own YouTube channel, I would contact Swordsman Wargamer and I would say, hey, look it, you did a great job with our Panzer Grenadier thing. We want to support you, send you some free games, and have you do some more videos for us. Teach people how to play it, teach them where to get it, and everything else. But they don't do that. So that's what I'm talking about. Their support just isn't for anything out there. It's
you look at Lock and Load. Look at Lock and Load. Look at DVG. That incredible support for their customers and for people that play their, like YouTube content creators that play their games. A fantastic support. And there should be more. I don't know why. Not that I'm, I don't want this to turn into a sort of let's have a go at people, which of course I don't. But yeah, I can't understand why.
Yeah, a company nowadays with all these resources out there has to have something. I mean, if you look at what Lock and Load did, they have 10 different ways to download the rule book, right? You cannot find the Panzer Grenadier rule book unless you go searching for it, right? You have to actually dig deep inside their webpage to find out where it is. You can't find the rule book anywhere.
Page. MMP are a little bit guilty of that as well. They need to update their web pages a bit. You look at some of the others and they're like whiz bang bop boom. But yeah, to find something. Hi, Mad Dog.
Mad Dog, especially when they're expensive, available only from them directly. Kind of why I bailed on the system quite some time ago. Yeah, and then you have people like Mad Dog who's interested, and then he doesn't stick with it because the company's not there.
It's a good game. It's a good game.
It's a great game.
Tons of
mind a few quirks and stuff. It's a great game. They need a tutorial series, an in-depth tutorial series for people. I've done a few videos. You've done a few videos. There's a couple other people that have done videos out there, but they need an in-depth, step-by-step. Here's how you set up a scenario. Here's how you choose your leaders. Here's how movement works. Here's how combat works. This is how the direct fire works. This is how bombardment works. I mean, step by step to show people how to play this stupid game.
It's a good game. It's a good game. It's a shame. It's a shame. I'll leave it at that. Yeah. It's not going to stop me playing.
I agree with you. I think it's a great game. The company needs to do more to support it is all I'm saying. I mean, and I love their World War II at Sea series as well. They have 10, 15 different games in that series. Again, if you get somebody like me or you or Tony or Mad Dog to buy one and they like it, they're going to buy another one and another one and another one because they're
not cheap. Yeah. So,
but
what I do,
I buy it. and I don't know how to play it, I'm not going to invest my money on it.
Or you get stuck, ask for help, and there's nothing out there. You're going to go, oh, well, it goes back on the shelf, or I sell it. With Panzer Grenadier now, because I just look out and see if there's second-hand copies, which are very rare. Right. Trying to find a used copy, and that's what I look out for those. Because I'll always add, if I get one at a decent price, I'll always add it to the collection because I like the game, you know. So,
right. I mean, you know, to be honest, there's more videos on Panzer Leader and Panzer Blitz than there are on Panzer Grenadier.
Yeah, I think it's just us. I think Aardwolf did start. So I've got little fruit flies flying around. Aardwolf did a video, but he didn't get on with the game, and that's fair enough. And he said, "No, sorry guys, can't get on with it."
Yeah.
And that's it. I don't think there's any others out there apart from that.
Yeah, I mean, I started a scenario, I did a couple, and then, you know, I had issues. The
stuff come along,
counters falling off the map, and I couldn't keep it up. So I just decided, well, I was going to set it aside, come back to it, and then I never went back to it. Yeah, it's a great game. There's a lot of, I mean, there's probably a lot of great games out there that we don't know about because,
unfortunately, because of people like you and Tony and others, I'm finding out about them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's ones that we don't know about. It's just because, you know, the information isn't out there.
Well, we'll find them.
A lot of resources: YouTube, Facebook, you know, Twitch.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm creating my own board game, my own game system, you know, I want to be trying to get it out there as much as possible, and just get as much information out there as possible. So,
and some developers and designers do that, and companies do that. Yeah, and that's good.
And where is
You're depressed again now, aren't you? What you got now? Yeah, I know. What? All right.
But here's the important thing, right? The game designer, Lee Forrester.
Yeah.
Right? You go on YouTube, Lee Forrester has a YouTube channel, and all he does is videos on his different systems that he
yes, and that
is awesome.
Yeah,
that's what a lot of companies should be doing. If I'm GMT, right, or if I'm Multi-Man Publishing, and you come to me and say, "Hey, I got a great idea for a war game," blah blah blah, I'm going to be like, "Okay, you need to start your own YouTube channel with directions on how to play it, scenarios, overview of the game, everything about the game, so people know about it."
Some people do it just right, don't they? And,
and these are the companies that everyone heard about, and there's ones that don't are the ones that nobody ever heard about.
Well, there we go. There's too many as there is. I can't afford them all. So just as well, I don't know about all of them. Yes. Yeah. You're a leader.
Yeah, I did hear about that one. Somebody told me about it. I think Panzer Grenadier headquarters is helping keep the game alive.
Yeah. They have. They're doing this vassal thing and everything.
Lee's great, but he still owes us a full turn of the tactical combat system game. He promised me that about 3 years ago. Yeah, we need to get on him about that, don't we? We do. We should we should try and have him on our show one time. We can talk to him.
Our show? Well, like the two Ronnies, are we?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we're big time, man. Sure.
Okay, us. Yeah, no, that'd be great. That'll be great. And
I think
playing games live, and if we do play these games live, just make sure you don't humiliate me too much. All right. Don't humiliate me too much.
Oh, don't humiliate you too much.
Humiliate me, yes.
I don't know. You seem pretty competent from what you're doing over there. Although I have to say, you are like the worst U-boat commander ever.
I know. And I've had stick over it.
I'm up to 37,000 tons of Allied shipping killed so far.
All right.
I've gone through 3 patrols.
Yeah, all right. I was unlucky. But again, what a great narrative game. There's so many good games out there. I've got to do Silent Victory yet. I still haven't got that out the box and how to play. And I'm wondering whether or not to do Target for Today. It's I have Heathwell.
How you doing? Good to see you. Cheers. Cheers.
I am that. Yes, cheers. I'm actually having a drink tonight. Yeah, target for today. It's great when you play it, but would it be entertaining enough just to watch somebody chuck dice for an hour? I'll have to do a little.
Now that is bombing Germany.
Yeah,
it's more of a squad.
No, you're a single
You're
plane.
a single plane, right. You're a single plane,
Yeah,
and you're in charge of managing
all the
your
people.
crew inside the plane and what they're doing and your altitude and all that stuff as planes come in and flak comes up.
The nasty Germans come and try and shoot you down.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if that'll be fun to watch. It's a great game.
It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. I think there's a market for any game out there, to be honest. I think board gaming is making a renaissance. You know, it's coming back into style.
Yeah.
B-17 Queen of the Skies, like
it's the sort of B-17 Queen of the Skies with knobs on.
Yeah,
it's a homage to it that the developer said, and it's got much more in it than B-17 has, which is still a great game. But yeah, that's what it is. I think what the guy Steve Dixon, I think it is, said it's a homage to B-17 Queen of the Skies.
So if you get your bomber shot down, do you start with another bomber then, or is it like game over at that point?
Well, you have got to try and do 25 missions.
Okay.
Of that,
if you can't, you start over with another plane, or you just continue on with them?
They've gone. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
It's a bit that target for today is a bit like being a U-boat captain. You know, no chance. And the problem is, you get it's even worse than the hunters, because you have to name every single person and you get attached to them. And if somebody gets wounded, because it goes, oh, where are you wounded? Oh, it's a leg. I'll be all right. Let's carry on. You know, and it's terrible. You end up having wake up in the middle of the night going, oh, poor old Chuck. He didn't. Oh, it's great. It's a great game.
Mad Dog says I actually did a 25 mission tour on B-17 on my second try. Never duplicated that again.
I think you're one of the few there.
Yeah, that's a pretty tough game. It's a pretty tough game.
But as I say, would it be entertaining to watch? You know, you have to make it entertaining, I suppose. But
I think it would be. I think there's, a lot of people like myself would be interested to see, how's the game play? Is it just a matter of rolling the dice and then just you don't have any say in what the outcome is? Because
that's one of its people who criticize it. That's one of the things. There is very little decision making in it. You're basically got tons of tables. It's very detailed, which is the plus thing about it, is that when you get shot, you can see where that person gets shot, what side of the body it is, what part of the body, how severe it is.
Right.
There's no decision making as such. But that's fine. That sort of game, you just lose yourself in the story, in the narrative. So,
is there a way to play co-op like Wolfpack?
I think you can. Well, no, unless one person takes control of the German fighters. I don't think so. But then online, you can join bombing raids for Target for Today and Target for Tonight, where you sign up and you become part of that bombing raid and you play the game and you have to report what happened and all that sort of thing. But as a cooperative game, no, so I think it's purely
so.
Yeah, like the hunters. They say there's, you've got to, with the hunters, you've got to have two.
Yeah, the hunters, they got this 2-player thing, but that is
into the game and all that. Yeah.
Why? I think they do it just so they can put on the box 1 or 2 players, because people go and go, oh, look, I can buy this. me and my buddy can play because it's 1 to 2 players, but it's not really a 1 to 2 player game.
Having no friends, if I see two players on the box, I put it down again.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Just don't put it in your cart.
Yeah,
Once it's in your cart, you can't remove it.
You've been guilty of. That's why you're getting all these things, because you've been putting them in the cart, the shopping cart, and once you put them in the shopping cart, it's legally binding.
That's
you
it.
can't take them out again.
It's you got a contract you're fulfilling with your
federal
company, and if you put it in your cart, they have moved it off the shelf, put it aside for you. Take it out of your cart, then that game is going off into Never Never Land then, and that's it's not acceptable. We all know that. That's why
it's like running out of Games Workshop with a load of orcs under your arm. It's stealing, so you've got to be careful. So careful.
Right.
Put it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, Mad Dog. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting, these solo games that
and they're so huge now
that they try to pawn off as more than solo games. I just don't get it.
That's all. Thought the dog was on my lap there. Just going to have a fill up. Sorry, chaps.
That's all right.
I'm not driving.
He's not driving.
No. Right. Cheers, everyone. But a lot of companies now are. What? That's the other one I was looking at. I nearly said a rude word there. That's SCS, isn't it?
Yep. Standard Combat Series. And this one is interesting because this one.
It's not too bad price, actually, that one. But it's a 2-mapper.
It is a 2-mapper.
Yeah.
It's actually based upon this book. Your Battles. By the Major General.
You're turning into a bit of a nerd, aren't you?
Von Mellenthin.
Yeah.
The Chief of Staff of the 4th German Panzerarmy. So this game is based upon his accounting of what happened in the battle. And so when I found that out, I'm like, I got to get this game because I own the book. Isn't that another requirement? If you own the book, you have to own the game.
I think that may have. I think that's going through the courts now.
It hasn't been.
I think you can still get away with it, but not for long.
Okay, all right. So I'm just ahead of the curve, I guess. So.
But then it's that. I don't know what you pay for it, but I don't think it's that expensive, is it? That's what
no. It's really reasonably priced. I think I paid. This one was already punched.
Oh, so secondhand.
Punch. I won't have to punch everything, which is nice.
You're getting as bad as me.
So
it was hardly any money then.
How much did I?
I think it's about 40-50 pounds new.
Well, see, that's why I have a problem, because when they have a sale, right?
You like a sale, don't you?
When it goes on sale,
yeah,
instead of $33, it's $29. I'm like, I have to get it because it's on sale, right?
I'm just checking the guy I see again. It's you've got loads of places to buy stuff. Over here, we haven't. There's only one real. The one I use is Second Chance Games, and they're great service and everything. Right, let's see if I can get that up. See how much it is.
I paid $31.50 for this.
Yeah.
So I mean, pretty reasonably priced. It came out in 2016.
Yeah.
Got
it's £48 over here new.
2 maps. There is some scenarios for 1 map actually. But it does have 2 maps, it's one counter sheet, 2 maps, some dice, the rule book, blah, blah, blah.
And there are some scenarios with just 1 map, aren't there?
There is one. Yeah, there is some.
Yeah. So
I think there's
comments. I can't see the comments.
I'm sorry, what?
I can't see the comments. Is there any way for me to? Oh, hold on. Hold on. I've just seen. Ah, sorry. Ignore that. Delay that. So I can see them now. I didn't click on the clicky thing at the top there.
The problem is when you buy stuff all the time, not on sale. Well, I don't buy it unless it's on sale. So,
Do you not?
So next, come like November, December.
Is that the big
that's when my next big purchases will be coming in. Although I will say, Lock and Load has still got their sale going on right now. So,
but not over here. Remember, we're separated.
Right, yeah.
By this pond thing, and which is an MMP. As I said, they had their sale on not so long ago, and they were selling the one I wanted, Operation Mercury, for $40. Yes, and I thought I'll have some of that.
Wow.
And then I clicked, and they said, "Where are you?" Click the country, and the postage was $90.
Still a deal.
Yeah, but I wasn't going to.
Still a deal.
You know, I'll wait for a second-hand copy like you. But yeah, that's the only problem.
Yeah,
because
the shipping. Yeah,
99% of the game publishers are from your side of the pond, so they're easy to get hold of. We have to get them over here, and then the guy has to put his little bit on and all that sort of thing.
Well, there's a lot of
it's great.
A lot of Kickstarters that I've done that are being published over there, and then I've got to pay extra for them to come here.
Yeah, but not that many.
Five of my 6 are from over here on your side.
Well, what's that?
What are they? I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Kickstarter. I'll tell you what they are. Kickstarter. I got to log into my Kickstarter account. Here they are. All right. So there's one called. I got to log in now. These are ones that have been on, 6-8 months ago. So, they're today. Let's log in.
Heathwell's asked a question. Might be of interest to you. We both got to answer it though.
To both of you, what's your absolute favorite scope? Strategic, operational, tactical, air, and theme, naval, air, or land. So for me, it is tactical, World War II, land combat, combined arms. Think of Panzer Grenadier. Think of Lock and Load tactical. Think of old school tactical. Think of Panzer Leader. That's kind of my sweet spot. What do you say?
For me, again, it's mainly tactical up to about company level, GTS, Panzer Grenadier, Nations at War. Although I have now got a couple of operational and strategic games. Theme, I'm not too fussed. Mainly land, so infantry, tanks, that sort of thing. Although I do like air, and I've yet to try naval, which is why I've got that to try. So I'm looking forward to that because it's my first naval game.
Yeah. I will say I also really enjoy, even though I'm a tactical guy, my second choice is actually Pacific, I would say strategic level Pacific War would be my second favorite type of game, which is interesting because that's like the exact opposite of tactical land-based game. You go to strategic World War II Pacific theater. That's like, they're like complete opposites.
Yeah, so. I mean, I'm mainly European theatre, but I am dipping my toe into the Pacific theatre. But I also are now getting into more modern stuff. I've still got my World at War to try out, and there's a couple of SCS games that are set in modern times. One's the Spanish Civil War. Oh no, that's still well. What have you done? And the other's the Israeli conflict. Great.
So you're asking me about my Kickstarter projects. Here's one of them. Here, this is a board game about ancient China built to defend the Great Wall in a worker replacement Euro type game.
Oh, hi, Steeler fan.
Let's see. There is also
Never even heard of it.
1941, the race for Moscow.
Oh,
How to plan and execute the largest military campaign in history in 1.5 to 5 hours per player. 90-minute logistic take on Barbarossa. I don't know if they have any pictures or anything for it.
that's published by. Are they
Created by Phalanx.
Oh, Phalanx. Yeah, yeah. They did. The one that David Thompson designed, which is it. Put me off because it's all about the EU and Britain in the EU. Of course, we're not in the EU anymore, so it's a bit out of date from a Brit point of view. You know, so forget what it's called.
Let's see. What other ones? Thunderbolt, Apache.
Yeah, that's
Apache, Commander, Tiger Leaner. So I got that.
Yeah,
package.
I didn't have the cash for that, but
that was a big one right there.
Yeah,
and it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be in dock by August 1st, which was I think that's today. It's supposed to be in dock today. Then a week to 10 days to get through customs at the dock, shipped to the warehouse. So they're thinking like shipping at the end of August. So another month I'll have that, and I'm really looking forward to this.
I tell you what, you know, especially for people who are new to wargaming, I love DVG. As I say, it was my first game I bought was a DVG game. It was Corsair Leader, which is one of the more difficult ones, but I've been in love with them ever since.
How you doing there, RJL 518? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you.
Hello.
So that was another one of my projects, and then I have
Tony's off to do some painting. What, the bedroom? I think he's doing painting.
It's kind of like an adventure type game. It's not really a war game, and then so that's that. So yeah, I mean, I've got a few things over for you guys. Oh, one other thing, guys. Hang on a second. No, it's not. It's not what you think it is.
You can see my guitars.
It's our new Facebook channel. So Tack Up Wargaming. Tack Up Wargaming. If you're not,
I know. I'm mucking him about.
Make sure you join up. Tack Up Wargaming on Facebook there, so we can get you part of our group. We'll post messages, links to people's videos, talk wargaming, announce specials, really rub in the fact that Rough Swordsman Wargamer can't get the games as fast as we can. You know, stuff like that. Fun stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that'll be good.
He was asking me about my guitars, Mad Dog. I've got about 13, 14 guitars because that's what I do. They're mainly acoustic guitars. I'm more of an acoustic guitarist than a shredder, which is why I have to have these nails, which have been commented on. I try and keep them as short as possible. But yeah, that's how it goes, you know. So yeah.
Oh, okay. No Facebook user, but he'll stick with the YouTube stuff. All right, that's fine.
Fair enough.
We're trying to give people lots of ways to contact us, and you know that way. You know, if you have any questions or whatever.
Dog's a shredder. See, I used to be in my youth. I've only got about 5 electrics, and the rest are acoustics.
I don't have any. I can't afford them because I play. I got lots of other things.
You muggles out there.
Just I can't do it, so you know, can't do it. So yeah, so we're thinking, we're thinking just to let everybody else know what we're thinking. We're thinking we might get together and do a tabletop simulator game together, and kind of live stream that.
Yeah, all right.
I'm sorry.
Don't show me up and give me a good thrashing, so to speak.
I don't know. I'm terrible at dice rolling. You've seen with some of my videos, so I can't. I can't do anything because no matter what I roll, it's just, all I need is not to roll a 2 or 12 and I won't get bombed by aircraft. And of course, I roll a 2 every time, every sinking time.
Yeah, they're not. Of course, they're not biased, but it just seems to us they are these automatic.
I know. Although when I was playing my Day of Days and I was doing the paratrooper landings, and then we did the bombardment. Man, I tell you what, Utah Beach got lucky. I only had like 2 squads that took a half-step loss on the beach so far. That is huge. The Germans were missing all their barrages. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. That is going to make a big difference now that they're off the beach. Oh my!
Day of Days, yeah.
Yeah, Day of Days, yeah.
That's a huge game, though. Is there some introductory scenarios we could do?
It is a huge game. 8 counter sheets, 4 maps. It's a huge game, but there is. I'm just playing to you can play. There's a map just for Utah. There's a map just for Omaha. There's one for Sword Beach and there's one for Juneau Beach. So you can piecemeal it together, or you can play the whole thing. So,
Heath, well, I was just going to say, Tank Duel. Now, I've heard this more than once. You can play it solo. It's great fun. You can play it with 2. It's great fun, but it's best with about 4 people. Yeah? So if we can get a gang up. I haven't got a clue how to play it. It's supposed to be the more the merrier with that game. The more people.
I think it's. I think they say that because. I guess how do I put it? It'll speed the game up that way because everyone's in charge of their one tank.
Right.
So if you have 4 tanks and I'm in charge of 2 tanks and you're in charge of 2 tanks, it slows down the game because then I've got to try to figure out what this tank is going to do and how's that going to affect this tank and blah, blah, blah. If I only have to worry about my one little tank, I flip a card, I play a card, boom, I shoot, I'm done, moves on to the next guy. But I mean, that's just from what I understand.
Yeah.
I think you can play it solitaire.
You can.
Okay, but here's what I found out about their solitaire. I would rather just make the decisions for both sides because their solitaire AI system is so in-depth. It's going to take you probably 20 scenarios just to figure it out.
Right. It's one. That's why I put off buying it.
Yeah.
Because again, Billy no mates. I've got nobody to play with. So, and the people saying, yeah, it's okay solitaire, but it's better with a group of people because you can.
Yeah, I mean, if you can get 4 people, you get on Tabletop Simulator. I mean, we could schedule a time.
Heathwell's up for it,
and then we can schedule a time on our Facebook channel. We'll be scheduling a time, and then we just have 4 people show up at the same time, and everyone gets a tank. And
if I'm late due to circumstances beyond my control, then I'll get kicked. I won't be able to get in the game. Is that what you're saying? That's not.
Well, then I guess we'll find someone else. The British tanks suck anyway, so. Just kidding.
I know.
Just kidding. In fact, there isn't even British tanks out yet. You have to wait for the expansion packs.
That's true.
It's just Russian and.
They just take longer to do. You see, they're so intricate and fantastic that they just take longer to design. In a game.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So there is 2 expansions already in final production for this. One is desert, and then the other is just tanks.
Right.
Just more tanks, more of the things. But yeah, I mean,
that's right. When a tank gets destroyed, you just get another one, don't you, in Tank Duel?
Yeah, so it's basically you play to a number. So there's a deck of cards, and there's no dice. So anytime you want to do something, you play a card, and if you need a roll, then you flip up the next card, and they'll tell you on there.
Right.
In the deck, you're going to put a card that says reshuffle.
Right.
Once you reshuffle, you will reshuffle once for every tank that's in the scenario. And then the last time, you will put a card in that says scenario ends. So if there's 4 tanks, right?
You reshuffle
The first time you put in reshuffle, the second time you put in reshuffle, the third time you put in reshuffle, the fourth time you put in the scenario ends. And then when somebody pulls a card that says scenario ends, you finish that player's turn or it just ends or whatever, and then you count up victory points. So the cool thing about Tank Duel is it's not just 4 tanks on 4 or 2 tanks on 2 tanks, right? What it's simulating is there's a raging battle of tanks going on. You're just controlling one of those tanks that's going on in this huge battle that's happening. So yeah, so you don't ever, if your tank gets blown up, you're like not out just sitting there twiddling your thumbs, which is cool. It's cool. But then, it's kind of like if you get damaged, then it's like, your tank doesn't, you lose your gunner and your crew and your guys and you're like, somebody please just kill me so I get a new tank. Someone kill me because I want a new tank because this one's not doing anything. I can't do anything with it.
Sounds fun.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, rules are not that. It's really not that complex rule wise. I mean, if you're a wargamer, there's a few rules, but I mean, I read the rules the other night, watched a couple of videos, and I'm like, oh, I should probably just set this up here. I could play 1 tank on 1 tank. But again, like you said, it's designed for 4 tanks per scenario. So if you're only playing 2 tanks, because there are cards that will affect the other tank on your side, right? It'll be like, oh, give your other tank a +10 to his attack or something. So if you're only playing with 1 tank, that card's kind of a waste because you don't have another tank to give that bonus to.
Right. Yeah.
Right. So, but I mean, that's just that's just one example. I mean, you can play Nations at War with multiple, everyone having.
You're not into Modern Warfare, are you? So World at War would be out.
I don't own World at War, and
it's a big rule book.
I'm not as big a fan of modern.
I've got into Modern Warfare, so it's World War II, Modern Warfare. So
really?
Yeah, just because World at War, it's great. Yeah, and of course I'm on the lookout now for other bits and pieces.
All right, so Nations at War, World at War.
Well,
right?
Only if you want. The rule book is about that thick.
But I was going to say, I think Nations at War came out first, and then they came out with the World at War, and they basically took the Nations at War series and umped it up about 10 times.
It's about as thick as the I think about the tactical one. I'd like to have a go at that. I haven't got it. I've got the rules on PDF.
What? No tactical?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I
you haven't got it.
Oh, could download the rules from GMT. Yeah, living rules. Yeah, thanks, Mad Dog. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, depends on which company the game comes from, but a lot of them will have the rules online. Lock and Load Tactical, you can get these online.
I've got it even on audio.
Yeah, they got them on audio.
I got some guy reading it that obviously doesn't play war games, and he's mispronouncing words, and it's quite funny to listen to. He's obviously not a war gamer. Some voiceover actor they've got in, I think.
Yeah, that's funny.
We would read it differently if we were asked to do it. We would read the rules
right, like a war gamer would, right?
Yeah, it's quite funny. But yeah, wouldn't mind having to go at that.
Yeah,
so
I mean, there's just they have
the starter kit.
They have the modern, they have the European, they have the Pacific.
Vietnam, everything.
They have the Sherman leader, the tank leader. They have all the lock and load. They have the Nations at War. They have the World at War. They even have the Panzer stuff. They have a lot of the multi-main publishing. I don't think is in there yet. I could be wrong, but I don't think so.
That tank battle, is it?
They do have the D-Day one though, because I was going to try that on their
lock and load
tabletops. What's that?
Lock and load.
They have lock and load. Yeah, they have all the lock and load tactical.
Isn't there a tank one, tank on tank or something? Tank, it's supposed to be quite easy to play.
Well, I mean, if you're going to play tank on tank, you might as well just play their tactical.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. All right.
I mean, the tank on tank was an older system.
Yeah,
it's still around, but it's you know, I think they did tank on tank, and they basically made it into Nations at War. Is from what I understand.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, I'd like to try it. There's loads. I mean, I don't think I've got anything. Most of mine are solo games. Apart from Panzer Grenadier, I've got Operation Dauntless. I've got to get that out one time. That looks.
Well, you got the no. What's it called? No
surrender.
Yeah. Surrender. Yeah.
No question of surrender.
Oh, damn it! I didn't mean to start it. Hang on.
What have you done?
I've got Tabletop Simulator starting. I was going to see if there's a module for that.
Isn't that music annoying?
Is it annoying?
Yeah, that music they put on when you first load it up.
Oh yeah. Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
Thank you.
Do 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 do. Yeah, I meant to go to their workshop. No,
there's no MMP games on it, I'm afraid.
No chance to surrender, or no. What's the name of it?
No question of surrender.
No question is that.
It was asked 3 times. He was.
Yeah, it's in there.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, and a bit loud there. Sorry. Yeah, is it?
Unconditional surrender, World War II in Europe, uses the strategic level, covering the world at war, European theater, players take the political. Oh, that's wait, no, you're right. You're right. That's not the right one. That's the wrong one.
That's supposed to be another good game, but
right. That's not. Yeah. No, you're right. It's not on here.
Vassal.
I was just Now there's Tabletopia as well.
Yeah, but I've just bought Tabletop. I know it's free. I never knew about that, but I think you can only have one game or something unless you buy it.
If you're not a premium member where you pay like $5 a month or something, you only have one game going at a time. Was it Tabletopia?
Well, I've got the Tabletop. That's it.
I just wanted to see if they had.
Mad Dog's just put the cat amongst the pigeons. ID.
Is that?
Mad Dog's just put the cat amongst the pigeons. ASL is a bunch of mods on TTS.
I've seen them. Oh,
yeah. I've got the starter kit yet unplayed.
It's if you wanted to get an ASL.
No, I don't.
You're talking.
I'm not. I know that's.
Oh, we got a new subscriber to our Tack Up Wargaming. Trevor has joined us. Trevor, good job, Trevor.
Thank you, Trevor. What's all this "our" and "we" nonsense? What are you going on about?
Ours, me, you, everyone. It's a group thing. It's a group. We are a group.
I'm joking.
We're a growing group of dedicated wargaming aficionados.
Well, I'm not dedicated. I'm just here to have fun. I don't take myself, as you can probably tell, I don't take myself too seriously. And my videos, I play as seriously as I can, but I don't take myself seriously when I play. I have fun. So, yeah, I don't want to be grognard. The thing with ASL, I was going to say, I'm going to give it a go, and if I like it, I'm going to get the starter kits, and that's it, because everything is in there. I'm not going to do ASL and get...
It's not all in there. That's the thing.
I saw pictures of a guy who had a whole garage full of trays and things, and I'm thinking...
There are some very important rules that are missing from ASL that are not in the starter kits.
That's fine. Let's read.
There's no bypass movement. There's no snipers. There's let's see, what was the other big? There is no elevated terrain.
Sounds good.
I think we're the 3 biggest issues with the starter kit that I had, because one of the things that separates ASL from other tactical wargamings is the bypass movement, the snipers, and the elevated terrain. So I enjoyed this starter kits because you can play with more people, because more people are like yourself that can say, hey, I'll try this starter kit because it doesn't seem too bad. But here's the thing. The starter kits give you this little tiny rule book, right? And they make you think like, oh, there's only like 8 pages I have to learn, but there's like 4 games in the series that you have to, just to get everything in. If you wanted to play with just infantry, you can buy starter kit 1, and that's all you can play with. You can't play with tanks and vehicles and anything else, because those rules aren't in that book. It's only infantry that are in that book.
But that suits me. If I enjoy it, that's it. I'm not going to go down the. It's a life thing, isn't it? ASL. I think if you're into it, you're into it, and that's it, and that's fair enough. But for me, there's hundreds of other games I want to play. I think. Yeah,
I'm not. I mean, I was a big ASL guy, but I kind of, you know, I'm like you. There's so many other games out there.
But I want to dip my toe into ASL, and I can with the starter kits, I think. So,
yeah, you're going to have time for them? Yeah.
Yeah.
With everything else?
It's there.
Time?
It's up there.
So, you make time to read the rules and figure it out?
This is it.
What's going on?
I do not.
It would literally take me like 8 hours to teach you how to play that game, even though it's only 8 pages of rules.
I dare say.
It's important that you understand the concepts of, there's like 8 phases that happen in the game. And so you want to do something, you have to wait to a certain phase. So you understand like the flow of how the turn goes, right? And then like when you're on the attack, when you're the attacker, you can only do certain things. And then when I'm the defender, I can only do certain things.
But you can interact with the other person as they're doing their stuff.
You do your opportunity fire, right? Yeah. I mean, you can do opportunity fire, but you can't do any movement or anything like that. But so understanding when I'm the attacker, it's going to then go to your turn. So I need to make sure my guys are in the proper position, because I know you're going to be the attacker and I'm going to be the defender. So I can't just leave my guys out in the open. I can't move my guys, 2 spaces away, because then on your turn you can move adjacent to me and then you can have close combat. So if I don't want to have close combat, I need to be so many spaces away from you. So anyways, it is, people that are involved with ASL don't have 100 games on their shelf, but they have 80 games of ASL and they have 20 games they never play.
Yeah, it's their thing, and that's fair enough. So, it's up there ready. Well, up there ready one day. But as you know, when you're doing videos, and you love what you do, you sort of learn a game, sort of 80% of the game, play it through, and get told off by your subscribers for getting things wrong. I try and catch as many as I can, but then you put it away and get something else out. So I'm yearning for the day when I've got a bit of time. I've got a backup of videos that I can just sit down and play what I want.
Right.
That's the only down thing, and it's not a down thing really. That's the only thing. You get one game, play it,
right.
Get another game, unless somebody says, "Oh, can you do another scenario?" And then you think, "Oh, okay, good. I'll get that out and do another one."
Right.
But yeah, stress is a word, but it's full on, and I love it.
I mean, the other advantage with the ASL is, once you understand the system, you're going to have 50 different modules you can play and everything. The downside with the starter kit is you can't play those other modules. You can only play the starter kit's scenarios. So you're kind of limited in what you can get into too.
Yeah, that suits me. So I can dip my toe into ASL, albeit the little toe. And see if I like it. I hope I don't, because I'm like, it'll be, I'll go and get ASL, get the rules.
Yep.
Yeah, I know, it's bonkers, isn't it? It's bonkers. It's the most
involved. It's definitely involved.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I agree with Mad Dog. Once you start learning all these different games, though, the rules start to blend in together. So
yeah, certainly
that's
do.
why I'm going to look at the standard combat series, right? I'm going to try that out, try a couple variants of it, and then try out some of the tactical combat series.
Let me know how you get on with that, solo wise, and because that's something I'm afraid because of you, I'm interested in now.
Well, I mean, the games are really, like I said, the games are not hard priced, pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
And it says solitaire suitability is through the roof, you know.
Yeah, again, the only thing that put me off is you have to make orders, and that's a two-player thing.
You know, and
get around that. I may be being naive.
Work, you know, which, you know.
Are they one or two mappers?
This one here.
Excuse me. If they're one map, if they're 22 by 34, yeah, standard map size, yeah. Just one map, yeah.
Well, let's see.
That's good. Unfortunately,
let's see if there's another thing in here. Hang on.
Let's say on the back of the box. I'm looking at the back of the box. Don't look at me like that.
One full map, yes. This one does have one, but this is also from. This is tactical game number 5 in the system.
Well, Mad Dog has just said what I think. That he says it's not very solitaire friendly, to be honest, because of this the orders you have to give in secret.
Some of them are multi-mappers. Yeah, I was going to say I think the other ones are multi
orders. The thing is, Keith, well, any game I get, I will play.
It's interesting that they list it as very solitaire friendly.
But it's the orders.
But yet you are now telling me, and Mad Dog is also saying that they've heard it's not very friendly.
But because of the orders, they've got to be done in secret. Yeah, they look great games. That was the only thing put me off.
Well, I will have. Yeah. Well, I mean, okay. Here's the thing.
Let me know how you get on.
If I'm playing solitaire, do I need the orders?
This is it. Do we bypass that? You're going to be my guinea
pig. Maybe you don't need to do the orders.
You're my guinea pig.
You don't have to prove to your opponent. I mean, the only reason I have the orders, right, is to prove to your opponent what each guy is supposed to be doing, right? But if I'm not, if I'm not playing by myself, do I need to prove to anyone else what my guys are doing?
Mad Dog plays it without the orders, so there you go.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, Mad Dog plays it without.
Let me know how you get on, because I'm hoping it'll be a disaster and that'll save me a few quid.
I'll try them out and then I'll ship them to you and you can try them out.
No. Just let me know how you get on with them. $90. That's how much MMP wanted. $90. It was $90 to ship.
Yeah, what's $90, man? You're worth it.
That's about £15 in real money.
You're worth it.
No. Let me know how you get on.
I will let you know. I think it'll be a like I said, a Frozen Hell. This is game number 12 in the series. So I mean, there's like 17 of them in the series.
And they were going for like 15, 20 quid on eBay a few months back.
15, 20, 25. Reasonably priced. They're not expensive games, and you get.
Saying do a general sort of plan for each one.
I think it's because they just aren't as popular as so they're not high demand games. Oh yeah, he does like the D66 combat as well. So that is interesting. Yeah, the D66. So when you roll 2 dice, you have a 10s and a 1s. So it'd be like you roll 4 and a 1, it's 41. Or if you roll 5 and 2, then it's not 7, it's 52.
It's percentage dice you use for this, do you?
No, you just take 2 6-sided dice.
Oh, 2 6-sided dice. Ah, right. Sorry. Oh, yes. Sorry.
So like you'd have.
Yes. I'll get it. I'm English. Yes.
That's 11.
Yeah.
54. Yeah.
I got it. Sorry, I didn't see the D66. I've got it.
No wonder you guys lost the war.
No, I'm English. I understand things. So yes, be interested to see how you get on with that.
Yep.
What are you playing? What are you going to be playing next? Because I've got a queue. I don't know what to play. I'm going to have to ask my peeps.
Well, here's the thing. I got the standard comments here in Days of Days with the scenario. I'm also playing. Well, we got a Wing and a Prayer. We've done a couple. We made it to day number 3 or turn 3 or whatever it is.
That looks good, but having Battle of Britain and Target for Today. But it does look a good game. I was watching well, of course I watch them, and it does look, and they've improved the rules and everything now, haven't they? So,
yeah,
that's good.
The rules with the updates are much better.
Yeah,
much better.
I think it was a bit one-sided
before. There was such a low chance of certain things happening. There was such a high chance for other things happening, and so what they've done is they've kind of made it now where, like in 1942, Germany still had air superiority. So in 1942 and 1943, when you roll a random event, 6 or higher is enemy fighters. It used to be 10 or higher.
Ah, so yes. Just
so
see if it's available.
All of a sudden, every time you roll a random event, you're like, please, no enemy fighters. Please, no enemy fighters. Please, no enemy fighters.
Well, it's out of print anyway. Well, it's not available. It's not out of print, so it's not available anywhere over here.
It's not.
No, it's sold out. So I'll have to put that one.
It's cool because you have that whole.
It looks good.
You got that management part of it where once your units make it back, if they're damaged, they got to go into the unready box. Your crews go in the unready box. But then you also have your crews. After every mission, you roll a dice to see if your green crews upgrade to like a named crew, which is super cool. And then your veteran crews can become elite crews. And then your elite crews, after 5 missions, they go away because their tour is over. So all of a sudden you're losing like your best crews. So you gotta constantly cycle your crews through the game as well.
Ah, the other one I was looking at, I'm just checking again. You can't get hold of it. It's out of print, I think. It's Skies Above the Reich. Oh, get out of here!
Na, 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 na. Look what I got.
Go on then.
Shall we open it up?
Right. Yeah, Skies Above the Reich is the one I was looking at.
Oh, so that's out of print.
That's out of print, yeah. I'm surprised you're still married, Chester. I have to smuggle mine in. I told you last time. There, come on. Mind that knife, don't you put it through the box. I'll have a drink while you're doing that. Cheers, everyone. We've got a bit of a pregnant pause. Hurry up. Just noticed the light shining off my head there. What are you doing?
I'm trying to get rid of all these stupid
for goodness sake. Come on, come on.
Are you that grumpy at Christmas time too?
Yeah, I can't stand it.
When
Yes.
other people are opening gifts, are you like, come on, it's my turn? Oh my gosh.
I know, I'm terrible. Oh, another one. Brand new.
Brand
Good.
new. Now this one contains 3 maps,
Ah, right. Okay.
3 counter sheets, 840 counters, 1 Series 4 rule book, 2 Rule 4 charts, the Deutschland 42 rule book, 2 morale charts, and 2 dice. Again,
High
it
solitaire.
shows medium solitaire suitability.
Medium. It's gone down. See, it's gone down.
But still medium. If it was low, I would be a little worried.
Okay. Mad Dog's asking what part of the UK or England I'm from. I'm from the southeast of England in a county called Essex, which is about 25 miles from London.
Do you want to open it up?
Go on, yes. Of course we want you to open it up. And then we want you to punch and clip the counters.
840 of them. That'll be like 4 hours a time. Oh my gosh. All right. So here
If you can see, look, clippers up there. Can you see the clippers up there? There's 2 of them.
Oh yeah, I see them. Yeah.
There's 2 of them. One broke.
I'm gonna tip this down and so we.
One of them broke. How do you get another one?
Oh, here we go.
He's not listening.
We got a thank you card.
Got a new toy. Look, not listening to me.
The Deutschland 42 scenarios.
Mm. Ah, Chelsea, yeah, Mad Dog. Yes, I say about 20 odd, 25 miles from London.
Oh, here's your charts. I bet you fill out for your.
Yeah, you have to draw on them, don't you, and put all arrows and things.
Yeah, you put your arrows and all that stuff on there. There's like 4 of them, right? And you have your.
Hold on, we're talking. Hold on a minute. I'm just saying, I got a tip off of the Facebook is to put a little die. You probably know this. Stick that on the bit that goes like that, and it stops it getting compressed too much and snapping the horrible plastic bit. So I've got a little die sort of stuck on there. So when I push it down, it can only go a certain amount, which is enough to clip it. And fingers crossed, will save the thing going bang. Oh, I did have the amp. Sorry, over to you, Jester.
Well, thank you. Appreciate it. Morale charts. All right. Here's your Rule 4 rule book. Weighs in at about 30 pages here. Command phase and sorties.
I love charts.
Morale charts.
Love
Ooh, look at that pretty map.
Oh, that's a nice map. That is a nice map, yeah.
Yeah. There's map 1.
Oh, we're sad. Us Wargamers. We're sad. Yeah, show us the counters. Got to see the counters. They're half-inch, are they?
Yeah.
Oh, see, that's with GTS. They're a bit bigger. SCS is half-inch as well. My godly old eyes, you see.
Look at that terrain. That's nice. Yeah.
That's
Ooh. Now this one was a little bit more expensive because it was brand new.
yes, shrink wrapped. Not anymore though.
And another map. Well, that was good timing that they delivered this right during the live stream, so you guys can just, got to.
When they're in focus. That's but no. Oh yes, that's it. Lovely. Oh yeah, nice, aren't they? but 1/2 inch. That's the problem.
Yeah, they're going to be tiny.
Yeah, that's. No, I'm trying to find that now. But they're nice. I've got my magnifying glass. Isn't that sad?
Yeah, so 3 counter sheets, 3 maps, scenario rules, books, scenario rules, charts, miscellaneous things.
Looks good. Let me know seriously how you get on, because
yeah, I will. I'll be. I wanted to get the most up to date rules, anyways. So now that I got that.
And I was just talking to Mad Dog about the old clipper. That's what I do with mine. So when you squeeze it down, it only goes that far. That's enough to clip it. Because what happened the other time I did it, and you push it right down, and this thing snaps, doesn't it, in there? So that's just blue tacked on.
Yeah, I don't ever move them that far, anyways. So
well, that's why it's there, because I get a bit. A bit abandoned with it.
I just put it on my down here on my table, right? And I just put the counter in, clip, turn it, clip, turn it, turn it, put the next one in. So
yeah, but I think it's just a problem with them that they will go. What size dice? Is it 16 mil? 16, not 12. I think 16.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just went bang on me, and
it's a good idea. Nice though. Yeah,
I saw it on Facebook. A lot of people are doing it. It doesn't get it pushed. So if you forget yourself, you can't push it down any further.
I just want to know why they haven't come up with one that does all 4 corners at the same time.
Would you want to do all 4 corners at the same time?
Huh?
Isn't part of the fun of you losing yourself in the, you know?
No. There's no fun in that whatsoever.
No.
I don't have fun clipping counters.
Oh, no. Well,
I hate clipping counters.
Well, it's quite therapeutic, I think, for me.
Wow. I'll be sending all my new games to you.
I'll do them.
Counters, send them back.
Yeah, I'll do them. Great. I love it.
I mean, I'll watch a video or whatever while I'm doing it, because if I'm just sitting here, I will.
Well, no, put the music on, watch a video. I used to watch. I have to get back and watch it.
Little pieces flying everywhere.
No.
They have it where you have a little thing. You put your counter in there. They know what the size of the counters are. There's 1/2 inch counters. There's 5-inch counters. There's 7-inch counters, and there's 1-inch counters. You get a 1/2 inch counter one. You put the 1/2 inch counter in there. You go clip. It takes all 4 corners off. How hard is that?
It's what do you want to do? You see, I'm not into. Can't remember that chap's name. Mad Dog will know, because he's a miniature guy. And yes, there are some great miniature companies over in the UK. I'm not a miniatures guy, but I used to watch his live streams. He's just sitting there painting and chatting away, and I'm clipping. No. Itinerant Hobbyist goes on his channel. He does like 6-hour live streams. He's just painting, and people are just chatting, and that's great. That's
be fun. I mean, you got people talking, and you're just hanging out.
Crits, yeah. Great. I put that on and click away, and they're just chatting away. And he's got a relaxing voice, and it's great. GM Alcove, that's the guy. Yeah, Fritz. Yeah.
Penny minis and clipping counter. There you go.
I only used to be into minis many 30 odd years when I used to do D&D and Warhammer. Excuse me, Warhammer Fantasy many years ago. But not anymore. No, I'm quite happy with my bits of cardboard. So he didn't answer me. What are you gonna play next? Yeah, all right. Just let me know how it gets on. What are you gonna go for next?
I was actually going to post that on our brand new YouTube or Facebook group and asking people what they would like to see. I was going to come up with a list of like 5 or 6 things and see.
I'll probably do a vote thing on because on YouTube now you can do a community. You've got a community tab, and if you post on that, it's supposed to go to all your subscribers. So I may do what do you call it, poll on that.
Poll.
The thing
Let me know how that goes. Because I mean, I'm just looking for a good way to. I just don't know. I mean, there's like 10 things I'd like to do because.
And I've also got to buy a game. I did the vote thing on my thank you for 1,000 subs video, and people are putting in their things. It's now boiled down to 2.
Didn't I win the prize?
No. It boiled down to 2, Crowbar and weirdly Enemy Coast Ahead, the Dambust. Not Dambust, it's a Doolittle Raid. So I'm going to do a little vote on that. I'd loads of other ones, but just one.
Who suggested Crowbar?
Huh?
Who suggested Crowbar?
Lots of people. Kev from Big Ball Gaming said Crowbar. You said Crowbar?
Who is first?
All right. You were saying silly things like Field of Fire and all that. And I've got that up there.
Crowbar.
Well,
that
that's
was first. I was ahead of the curve.
Doesn't mean you win it. It means because people have been generous to donate or buy me coffees, I've been putting that aside, and I thought, yeah, we'll buy something. So it's now Crowbar and Enemy Coast Ahead Doolittle Raid. So I'm going to put a poll up and get one of those. Another game.
Because I've already said it's Crowbar. Don't even bother.
No, I've got to ask.
You the trouble. It's going to be Crowbar.
I can't. I've got to ask. Girls. It's not only fair, is it? Especially the people that have bought coffee.
You already got their opinion. Now you should
neck and neck. Actually, it's neck and neck. And I was quite surprised about Doolittle Raid, but that's got a lot of love. But Crowbar as well.
Crowbar Solitaire.
Yeah.
Raid is the Doolittle Raid Solitaire?
Yes. Yeah, they're both solitaire games. And I did say a solitaire friendly. I've got other suggestions, but I only got 1 or 2, whereas these 2 have come out ahead.
And what was wrong with Fields of Fire?
I've got it already. It's something I haven't got.
Yeah, so you buy the next one after that, then.
What, the Marines? Yeah. Well, only if they suggest it, and I get enough money in the pot again from the kind people, and then I can put it towards another game. So at the moment, it's Crowbar and Enemy Coast Ahead Doolittle Raid. So I don't mind either of those. They're supposed to be both good games. So I shall put.
That's what you're doing. But you're doing Rommel first.
I'm doing Rommel. I'm videoing that as we speak. That's on the table. Yeah.
Right. So that'll be your next thing. You're putting.
I don't know. Yeah, that's the next thing. But after that, I don't know. I keep getting pestered.
He's gone. He left.
I'm here. I keep getting pestered to do this. SCS.
Yeah, I'll pester you about that. That's a good idea. I think you should do that.
I want to do that.
No. Africa.
All right. Yeah, I think it's a 2-mapper.
Africa's not.
It's easy. Well, the rules are 8 pages, as you know.
Easy, he says. Remember, he said he was easy.
I didn't mean that. I mean, there's a few rules. There's 8 pages of rules. I'll mess it up. Don't worry. But the thing about this is,
if you don't mess up at least 3 times a video, then it's not a good video.
This is the first edition. There's Africa 2, of course, isn't there? But they've got a lot of 3-turn scenarios, so it's a sort of get in there.
You'll be done in 10 minutes.
Yeah, this is what I'm hoping. And then there's the big 2
mapper, yeah.
2 campaign scenarios.
Okay.
Whereas in Africa 2, they do. You can turn
Africa 2. It's just Africa 2nd edition.
Yeah, but it's called Africa 2, evidently.
Okay.
So,
go ahead.
I can't use the scenarios out of Africa 2nd edition in this one. They're completely different counters.
Because you probably don't have all the counters, yeah.
Well, they're different. And the other thing is this has got a very, well, for me, involved supply system, because this is an operational system after all, SCS. But in the short 3-turn scenarios, it's very simple. It's just a line, tracing a line back to a supply.
And they're all pretty simple like that.
Yeah, well, this one is very complex. You've got trucks and things and naval stuff and shipping stuff into the ports and all that. So it's one of the more complex supply systems of the series, I think. But there isn't that in the short scenario, so I don't have to worry too much about that. It's just tracing a line back to the edge of the map or something like that. So
you're doing the rommel.
At the moment, it's on
which rommel scenario you're doing?
40, France 1940.
Okay, so you're doing France. You're not doing his desert. Okay.
No,
so you do the rommel 1940, then you do a short Africa scenario, and then you go back to Patton's best.
Or dying to have a go at it, and I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm in a fantastic position at the moment. In 6 months' time, I'll have no money and no games to play, and then I don't know what I'm doing. Which Rommel game? It's the DVG
Field Commander Rommel.
Rommel, yeah. Very sort of easy. It's a fun, easy game. It's not OCS. It's not DAC.
It's not OCS.
I am colorblind, Mad Dog, and in the opening video, or the unboxing video that I've done for it, I do mention the fact that I am colorblind, and I may have to do something to try and get the colors, a little dot here and there, maybe.
I was going to say, if you need some help, I can let you know which colors are which.
I can phone you up then, can I?
Well, I mean, you can email me, and I can send you a document that has all the colors. Names.
Is there a document?
I can make a document.
Oh, I see. Oh, there. Whoa! I tell you what, David Thompson, because of colorblindness, Castletta again there's only a few, but they're very they're awkward for me to see. And another chap said I'm colorblind on BGG, and he put up a photo and was naming all the colors, and all I did was have that up when I was videoing just to check I had the right color. Right. So yeah, it's a bit of a pain, but we'll get around it, because I'm not going to let that put me off these games, which look great. So yeah, sure.
Super. Yeah. I mean, I
may change my mind. I don't know yet. You know,
I'd like to see. I know Tony had talked about doing his Palu.
Yeah, I want to see that before I do mine. So I can make notes and go, don't fall. Yeah.
Right. So if you do yours and he does his, then by the time I get to my Utah beach, I'll be, I'll have a good idea of what I'm doing. If I do mine
first, there'll be a plethora of mistakes, and I'll get grief from everyone. And but if Tony,
everyone's kind of used to you making mistakes. I mean, it's kind of just the norm, isn't it?
Part of the thing, isn't it? Part of the doobery. Yeah. But if Tony does it, I can say, oh yeah, they've done that wrong. So, yeah.
We'll still make the same mistakes, though. Let's be honest.
Different ones.
Yeah. I'm thinking about this.
That's quite an involved game, isn't it?
It is, but I'm thinking, you were asking me what I might want to do next.
That's old Brimacum, isn't it? Brimacum?
It's what?
Brimacum, the designer.
No, this is Antonis Caradius.
I thought it was okay. Oh, beg your pardon. Because I know he does a lot of stuff for GMT. Because I've got Bomber Command up there.
But so I was thinking maybe doing that, because I got the.
That's quite an involved game, isn't it?
Huh?
Quite an involved game.
Yeah. It's well. Let's see. What's the complexity rating on this? High, medium, and solitaire is medium.
Not too bad. I don't know why I'm doing that. I can see just as well where I am. It's just a habit with my dodgy old eyes.
Yeah, we haven't done an unboxing yet, but I mean,
again,
I might try the tactical combat system, but I'm also thinking.
Yeah, I've got my eye on that.
This is just, like I said, 10 pages of rules.
Mounted map. Can't go
On a
wrong.
map, you throw a couple units on the map. They're not. I mean, they're not very. It's not very heavy. There's only there's like a half sheet counter for each scenario, so a half a sheet. This is one scenario. Is all these counters? That's it.
Suits me.
Yeah.
And I like, they're very thin, aren't they, decision game counters?
Yeah.
Well,
They are. They are.
They make a nice clacky sound.
Too, for what you get. I mean, they do give you a mounted map board, which is nice in most of their games. I wish they would come up with thicker counters, already punched out, rounded corners, so I don't have to spend 2 hours punching that shit out every night.
They're kind to the old clippers as well. The thin counters, they're kinder to the clippers. So that's another good thing. Yeah. So it's lots
bigger
going on.
Counters, I wish decision games. I mean, they make great games, but man, you got to. I mean, look at some of those Grand Tactical games or OCS games. You're talking $225 for some of those.
Yeah. I still want Operation Mercury. Let's see how I get on with no question. Huh?
It's 170 US dollars.
Yeah, how much is it over here? Let me just have a check here. Look, let's get this up.
It's not a cheap one, and I figure for that price they could have given you rounded cut, already pre-cut corner.
No, that wouldn't be. No, that's no fun at all. I'm sorry. Yeah, 171 pounds over here.
Yeah,
it's a lot of money. But see how I get on with that one, because tactical. You see, I like
Grand Tactical.
Grand Tactical, yeah. And evidently, it's they have firing zones. No zones of combat.
Oh, here's a good question for you. Here we go. What game would you guys recommend for a newbie that is solitaire friendly and is an East Front game?
I'm trying to think. Do GVG? No, they don't do any. Weirdly, there is a game called Rifles in the Ardennes, which is a solo game and is quite cheap and quite easy to understand. It's one I've got. I've got the print and play version, and I'll be doing that at some time in the future. But there are Russian troops with it, so you could do Germans against the Russians. It's a bit. I think it's a bit of a misnomer, the name, because they put Russian troops in the counters. But you can, of course, do Germans against Russians and have an Eastern Front game.
Wargamer or Wiggum saying
formations, yeah.
And try fighting formations. Solitaire friendly. Well, you got Tiger Leader.
Yes, is that Russians tanks as well.
Oh,
well, there you go. Yeah, Tiger Leader. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they have. I think they have both sides, West Front and East Front, in that one. Let me check, but I'm pretty sure.
I think they're all going to be sort of tactical level at beginners, or.
Yeah, so you got Poland, France, North Africa, Russia, Italy, D-Day, Berlin. So yeah, you got Russian 43 or Russian 41.
Right. Okay. Yes. Yeah, that's a good one. I'm not sure if they're. What else we got? See, it's Western Front for me. I think by choice. I haven't got anything. I tell you what is solo friendly, and I play is the Nations at War.
This is
solitaire. Yeah, solitaire. It's a proper solitaire game, but Nations of War isn't solitaire, but very solitaire friendly. If you have to play both sides, and that can be a little bit off-putting if you're not used to it. But they do an Eastern Front version of that. But actual solitaire games, I don't. Do you know of any? There must be tons of them, but I can't think of any at the moment. Nations of War is quite easy to get to grips with. If I can do it, anyone can. Again, you have to play both sides, but you just play both sides, or use the solo
bot, yeah.
Solo bot cards. But it's easy enough to play. You know, you'll do that, and say, how do I react to that? And you play to the best. You play both sides to the best of your ability.
I think there's a solitaire one coming out from GMT that does East Front.
There must be loads of them. I can't think of any at the moment. There must be tons of them. Conflict of Heroes, yes, has a solo. A bit like,
has a solo edition as well. Yeah.
I mean, you could go bonkers and say, well, Lock and Load Tactical. That's pretty heavy, isn't it, for a newbie?
I would say it's high. I would say
lots of it.
It's intermediate. I wouldn't say it's low complexity. I would say maybe intermediate. But Steeler Fan picked up
Hunters.
Picked up U-Boat.
U-Boat or Hunters?
He picked up the Hunters.
Yeah, good game because you saw.
If I'm not mistaken, I think he said he made it like 6 missions, and then got his submarine blown up by a plane on the way back to port.
I know, it's a crazy game. See, it's a dice chucker. Not everybody's favorite games, but it's so narrative that you get into it, and it's the same target for today. And but you lose yourself in the story, and fantastic games. But there's some people that don't get on with them, and I can understand that.
Not every game is built for everyone. That's for sure. That's for sure.
But there's Silent Victory as well. I've got to try, so I'm looking forward to that. Go against some Japanese ships and things.
His message will pop up here in a second. He's also played sports sims for 30 years, so some complexity is okay with him.
Okay, right.
It's new to wargaming. Yeah.
It's concepts, isn't it, with war games? Getting they're new concepts that you have to get your head around.
Yeah, but I mean, I found, a lot of sports simmers are following me on my channel, and when I announced that I was going to wargaming, and I found a lot of people were like, I'm interested in wargaming too, so that was cool. I think sports simming and wargaming are very similar-ish, just a different
strategy,
different mode, I guess. What's Mad Dog saying now? Nations War is a system. Once you learn it, you can play the Cold War version as well. Same with Lock and Load tactical.
Nations of War, it's great fun. I don't know if you've seen it, Steeler Fan, but I do a great hash job on that one on my channel. If you want to have a look, see what it's all about. I use the solo bot with it as well, but you don't have to. Just play both sides. There's no charts or anything. Everything you need is on the counter, so all the info's on there. Check that out. When they do a Stalin, I forget what it's called, Stalin something or other of the Eastern Front. So
I need to organize my stuff a little better. There we go. I need extra room on my shelf now because all these extra boxes I keep getting.
It doesn't look very professional.
Looks much better now. Look.
Okay. Oh, you got rid of all them white boxes with all them cards in for games I didn't understand with lumps of wood and things.
Yeah.
I tell you what, Warfighter.
Much better now.
Storing that Warfighter is a nightmare, and it's storing that. I've run out. I've got Warfighter there.
Yeah.
And that's full up, and up there is a box I got from a company, and I made contact them to get another one that I was going to use for Arkham, the living card game, but I now use it for Warfighter because it's MDF, and in the top is a tray about so thick that you can put your boarding and everything, and it's all divided. You have to put it together yourself. It's all divided. It's not cardboard. That's the only thing. If that gets knocked, the thing gets knocked, it's going to get scuffed. It's heavy as well.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So yeah,
you got a bunch of the new. You got a bunch of the new Warfighter ones.
Well, I did the Kickstarter. My first Kickstarter. It was I didn't have the modern at the time, so I didn't order any of the modern ones. But subsequently, lovely Sarah.
And you ended up getting the Warfighter.
Lovely Sarah sent me one, and no, it's great. So I wish I'd ordered them, but I haven't. And then they did a second Kickstarter, and I still didn't have that one. So I've got some more of those turning up, maybe next end of this month. And there's a solitaire one.
Yeah, I got expansion 1 through 30, and then I'm like, wow.
You've got more than enough to last you forever, but we still buy them because it is a great system. Now, that Steeler fan is a great system because you can buy the core game, which is the European theatre, and in that you get the Americans and the Germans, of course, but then you can buy Russian expansions and Polish expansions.
Canadians, British.
If you want the Eastern Front, you can get the Russians, and that is it is a fantastic game. Another game that is sometimes much maligned for I don't know why. It's a fantastic non-heavy fun game. So I would recommend you look into. I've got a couple of videos up on that as well if you want to see what it is. Yeah, I recommend that one because you can buy the Russian expansions for that. And they have environments. So when it's cold, you have to roll and see if you survive the environment. Otherwise, you lose a health or you're suppressed. Yeah. Right. So that's good fun.
Yeah. I mean, you also get a starting location, and then you pick an objective, and then you pick your units that are your squads. Then you pick the units that you're going up against. Then you get the locations that you're going up against. It's just like you could play a million different combinations, literally a million.
Again, very narrative. You lose yourself in it because you've got this squad, and they'd say picking and equipping the squad, I think, is one of the best things. You've got to think, right, there's my mission, there's my objective. Now, who do I need to get this done? And you look through what cards you've got, and you think, what equipment do I want? What weapons? And you have to, pick them all out.
You only have so many points. You can't just buy everything.
Yeah, you've got to whittle it down. Yeah. And do I get another this, or do I get 2 more squaddies, or do I get a non-player soldier who's got some abilities? And do I go small or do I go big? Big group. Right. It's great. Yeah, recommend that one. Yeah, not for everyone because it's not. It's. I hate the term beer and pretzels. I think war games are war games.
It's a very lightish war game. Yeah, it's a very light game. It's more of a card game with a war theme.
Only card game because everything is on cards. It's not a card game where you hold well, you do, but it's not a card game. Everything you need and everything you do is on the cards. I know that's what you said. Shut up. I know.
You've gone low res, man.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I did let myself down.
I think your Wi-Fi's dying or something.
Yeah. No, I think the alcohol's starting to kick in. So.
All right. Well, I think we've been going. How long has it been? What's it been? How long?
2 hours.
2 hours?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm gonna have to start charging you per hour now because
we've still got 7 people watching. The fools.
Oh my gosh, they're crazy. But it's good to have you guys along for the ride. Always. Don't forget, join up, TAC. Oh, let me do this one more time.
Up again. Go on then.
You again. And right. So don't forget our new Facebook group called TAC Up Wargaming. TAC Up Wargaming. We're going to post all kinds of great information there. We're going to have, when we're going live, unboxings. We're going to have artwork. We're going to have you know, we even have Rough Swordsman when he does his stuff.
Yeah.
We got, you know, just a bunch of, here's the lock and load.
I've got to watch that. That's like 2 hours long. I want to watch that. That's something we could do.
Yeah.
And bore people to tears.
Yeah. Yeah. So check up Wargaming. Be sure to join it. Don't forget to join our good friend Rough Swordsman Wargamer and his wonderful channel over there. He's going to be doing Field Commander Rommel, France, 1940.
Yeah.
So have you been on the YouTube channel World War II?
The documentary channel.
Yes.
It sounds familiar, so I may well have been.
I'm at the point where Hitler's, it's like, I don't know, we're in 28, 30, somewhere around 28 to 30 episodes in. I think he's at like 50 or 60, but I'm only 30 episodes in, and that is the attack of Germany on France. And it's amazing how the units are moving around on the map and everything. I mean, just absolutely amazing.
Well, even in this game, which is a very scaled down, very simplified but fun game, the main problem with this scenario or this campaign is supply, because you want to rush forward. You've got to rush forward and take objectives, but your supplies, you're just running out of supplies, so you come to a standstill, and then the Allies come in and hey, so. The chances, it's supposed to be the hardest of the field commander games to.
You got a strategic map, and then you also have a tactical map, right?
No, it's just the one map. It's just areas. It's a very simple game. It's fun. It's easy to learn, and it's great fun.
And do you start with a certain amount of units, or do they assign you units, or do you get to pick them?
Everything is, you get with DVG games. They make it as easy as possible for you. You've got the setup on the board. You've got the sequence of play on the board. You've got things like battle plans, which you can use. It tells you how many you can take each turn, depending on what you've got. Supplies you get. You can refit your units if they get reduced, because like most counter games, you've got a full side and reduced side. But the main problem I'm finding in completing it is you run out of supplies and you come to a standstill and you can't do anything. You can't refit your stuff. You refit your units. You can't move forward. And then they just come in and.
Well, I think that's what happened in the actual battle, though. Yeah. I mean, I know that several of the breakthroughs went like so far in that they were then told to stop because you're so far in.
Can't supply you.
We can't get to you. Yeah, stop moving. Wait. Yeah, and then all the breakdowns of communication between the British and the French commanders, and the facts that the French commanders, one guy was in charge of one army, there was another guy in charge of another army, there was the Supreme guy. The Supreme guy was also talking to the British guy was talking to a different guy, and so you couldn't get any orders because this one guy flew to like from one town to the other town and the other town, trying to catch up to the people that he needed to talk to get his units to do something, and he could never catch up to the guy. So they just sat there waiting for orders because their commander couldn't find the guy he needed to talk to because that guy was just moving around all over the place.
Crazy. But this is skewed heavily against the Germans. So it is quite hard, and people have said this is the toughest, and by toughest it's to win. It's the toughest field commander.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, just because of this the supply rules.
Supply rules.
So it's good. It's good fun.
We will definitely be looking forward to your videos on that, because that's one I don't have, but I'm interested for sure.
Tony said he just got it, didn't he? He said it turned up today. So
I want the Napoleon one, because that was like huge box. It's huge. Like a 3 or 4 inch wide box. So I'd like the Napoleon one. So if somebody knows where to get that, let me know.
Well,
I think you're on print.
Sales on that, yeah. But that's one of the most expensive games, I think, because the amount of stuff.
I was kind of hoping that one would come in the package, because that DVD Kickstarter that I did, unfortunately, is a Tiger Leader, which I already have. So I was like, damn, do I buy the whole kit, everything, even though I already have Tiger Leader? So I decided to do that because then I figured, well, I'll just trade off or sell my Tiger Leader with somebody.
Wargamer's put an interesting comment there.
It's because the power struggle between Hitler and the Wehrmacht commanders, so he enforced the halt order.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you, and I didn't know this, the Allies, when Germany invaded, had like 136 divisions. The Allies had 148 divisions. They actually had more units than the Germans. Now, they weren't better trained and they didn't have better equipment, but they had more than the Germans had at the time. Yeah. So everyone thought, oh, well, Germany's going to invade and it's going to be like 2 years before anything happens. And then like 2 weeks later,
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Because of the command structure of what happened it was, I mean, I learned a lot of good stuff from that documentary. It's just incredible stuff.
There's one I'm starting to watch on, is it Operation Compass, North Africa? 9 hours of it.
What is it?
9 hours of it.
9 hours, yeah. Well, more the better. More the merrier, right?
So, yeah, just trying to find a time.
You should, there's a really good one on U-boat as well. You should probably try to.
Yeah, all right. Okay.
You should probably try to watch that.
Yeah, okay.
You know what the hell you're doing. I'm just saying.
I know you're just saying, yeah. God, I could still be playing it now.
I can sit here and talk all night, but I've got to go.
Yeah,
so
2 hours, yeah. It's 10 o'clock at night here.
10 o'clock. So you got to have another glass of wine and then head to bed. So
something like that. Yeah, I can't do any videoing. I'll do that tomorrow.
All right. Well, we will be in touch shortly. We will be in touch on our Facebook channel. We'll try and arrange a time where we can get kind of offline where me and you can just hook up, just try something and see how it goes.
Let's have a practice before I make a fool of myself. All right.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking. Just to practice you connecting is good enough, I think. Because literally, people don't know this on the backside, but I send them the link to join the group, and I sit in here waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting.
Yeah,
and like 25 minutes later, he pops in at like 1 minute before 8. He's like, "Oh, here I am. I'm ready to go.
Not late.
I'm ready to go. Let's do it."
Thanks,
anyways,
Steve.
Thank you, Rob Swordsman. It's a great time as always, my friend.
I thoroughly enjoyed that. Yeah. Thanks, guys, for watching and commenting.
Yeah, thanks everyone for coming out. Appreciate it. We can't thank you guys enough for stopping in, spending a little bit of time with us, talking, having a good time. Don't forget, join our new Facebook group, Tack Up Wargaming. And don't forget to subscribe to Swordsman Wargamer. Make sure you give him a like, a thumbs up, everything. He does a great job on his videos over there. And we'll be back soon because we're going to make this a regular show, regular thing, talking. We'll try to have more constructive things to talk about next time. I'm trying to keep him more focused next time, but hopefully I'm going to send him a script next time. These are the things you're allowed to talk about. These are the things you're not allowed to talk about. All right. Thanks, Magdog and Heath, Will, and Steeler Fan, and Wargaming Wiggins. And there's just so many people.
Yeah, thanks, Heath. Well,
back for hours and hours, all the great comments we had. So thank you all for coming on in and spending a little bit of time with us. We had RJL 856 here for a little while, and it won't even go back to the beginning because we've had so many comments. So anyways, thank you guys. We'll see you all next time.